You know, I'm not very big on pranks, especially wife on husband pranks. And sure as shoot not allowed to be pranking her. But, yeah, my wife played a prank on me. And that's what I want to talk about on the story time moment. Stay tuned. Enjoy. Come on.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Howdy, folks. Brainstorm here. Coming at you inside my wife's lovely car. Only got a few minutes before she realizes probably that I'm in her car, so, you know, who knows how that could go. But I have a story time for you. I got the STORYTIME SCARF on, guys. My lovely Doctor Who reproduction scarf from the Tom Baker years. Tom Baker was the Doctor Who I grew up with, so it was my favorite. My wife made this for me. Lovely. Stitched it, knitted it, whatever you call it, by hand. And for Christmas for me many years ago. So she loves me. She might not want to admit it, but she does. In her own way. Which is appropriate because this story time, and I have her permission to tell it, it's a more recent story. I've been telling you a lot of trips down memory lane stories, kind of great memories. This one has happened more recently. So, my wife likes her new car. She is happy with it. I'm glad for her. I don't get to drive it. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Well, I get to drive it every now and then with permission. But she has all these bells and whistles here. For the air conditioner and the radio and all that good stuff. It does have a couple knobs. You know, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I want a volume knob, a tuner knob, a air conditioner knobs, you know, flip some knobs and levers. Those are what you should expect when you see a car, right? Not buttons that go beep, beep, beep. And a display here on the dash that tells you whatever it tells you. And I do like the fact that when you go backwards, it shows you behind you. That is pretty cool. I'll admit that. I wouldn't mind having that in my truck. But, anyway, the story. It involves her car, and a couple of funny things that happened after we first got it. So, we get the car, and, you know, I'm not a fancy guy. I don't know how to... I'm a woodworker. You give me some wood, I can build you something. I can even wire a house, probably. Done that a couple times with my dad over the years. But, you want me to fix a car, you want me to know anything about a car, you're going to be in trouble. I know where the gas goes, and I know how to check my oil, and occasionally I can assist on changing a timing belt. You know, if I have supervision. But, anyway, I'd much rather have a horse and buggy these days. I'd just rather have that, you know. I can feed a horse, I can take care of a horse. I miss having a horse. I used to have a horse named Dusty. She was a beautiful horse. Yeah, she was much bigger back then. Maybe I was smaller. Yeah, that was a few days ago. Anyway, back to the story. So, I get in the car. We're going to town as we do. Getting groceries, doing whatever, running errands. And we picked up a pizza from Pizza Hut on the way home. Now, pizza's in my lap for some reason. I don't know why. I'm over here in the passenger seat, which is, you know, this car, you know, without saying what it is, it's a Ford. Okay, I'll say that much. It's a Ford. You know, I have to admit it. I had to start a support group for husbands whose wives like Fords and prefer Fords. I'm a Chevy guy. My dad was a Chevy guy. His dad before him was a Chevy guy. You know, I imagine if you look on my family tree, you're going to find a lot of Chevy guys when there were Chevys first built, or anyway, whatever. So, but I actually have a Dodge truck. Dodge is Chevys, okay? I'm a Chevy Dodge guy, all right? Anyway, she likes Fords. That's okay. We can get past that. Bells and whistles, beeps and bobs. Okay, we get past that. I'm sitting here and tootling, minding my own business, not trying to get hollered at. And I got the pizza in my lap securely. Nothing's going to happen to this pizza. But it's a little warm in my lap. And it's a little warm outside. This is getting towards the evening time, but it's a little warm outside. Pizza's in my lap. Let me paint this picture for you. My lap is getting a little warm, but I ain't going to let nothing happen to this pizza, because that'll get me in trouble. We're going to eat that pizza when we get home. Pizza better not be touched until we get home. There's a couple pizzas, of course. We big people, we like to eat pizza. So, I'm noticing a slow build. Not only is my lap very, very warm because of the pizza, I'm thinking, why is my butt on fire? My butt is on fire. Surely this pizza is not like setting my lap and my behind on fire. Okay, I'm big guy. I can take it. You know, I can take it. The smell of the pizza is enough to drive us crazy. And the heat of it is kind of comforting in a way. Because, you know, I'm going to get some pizza when I get home. But I don't know. I take about 5-10 minutes of this because it's a long ride home. And then I get really concerned. And it's painful. And I'm like, surely this pizza is not lighting me up like this. And I hold it in, I hold it in as long as I can. And then I say something, and I'm like, this pizza, my butt's on fire. And of course, my darling wife, who is cute as a button, she had turned the heating elements. The heated seats. These are apparently heated seats, which I had no idea. She had turned the heated seats on all the way up. And boy, they worked. Let me tell you that. Those heated seats work on this thing. And yeah. So she was going to hold it in, play it off, act like there was nothing going on. She didn't have a clue what was going on. Must be the pizzas. That's what she told me later anyway. But the reaction on my face, she said, the reaction I had and the sound of my voice, just she just bust out laughing. And immediately, of course, I know something's up. The jig is up, woman. You doing this. I say, I'm brave at this point. Because when your wife pranks you and she's laughing in your face, you get brave. Just go either way in the danger department. And so, but she's amused by this. And she points out, and I'm like, well, duh. That's obvious now, but heated seats? Who's that fancy? Maybe Ford people. Maybe people who like Fords are that fancy. But I have to say, on a cold day, a warm backside, mind you, not a freaking fireball of a backside, a barbecued butt. But I turned that off. You know, I've tried to play that prank on her, of course, but no, it doesn't work. No, of course, why would it work? But you can't get me on that one again. Yeah, she roasted my backside. Talk about roasting, whatever. Yeah, so that was funny, right? Story doesn't end there. So, several weeks later, we're in the car again. Shopping again. We got some groceries. And for some reason, she had gotten a big old bag of Golden Flake sweet heat chips. We love those things, all of us. And we were all kind of hungry, wanting to snack on something. And so I guess in her mind, we were going to snack on those chips in the car on our way home. We didn't have no pizza this time or nothing like that. So she set that bag of chips right here in the console. In between. Maybe just to torture me. Maybe see how long it could take me to ask if we could eat some of them. Or me to touch it. Or mention it. Or even look it towards it. Longingly. And maybe it was a test. Maybe. But it just sat there. I didn't say nothing. I ain't going to rise to that bait. I'm smart enough now. Well, not so smart. But I was smart enough then not to say nothing. So we hear some beeping. About halfway to the house. Some beeping. So what the heck? And I look and I said, oh, the bag of chips had touched one of these fancy Ford pressure sensitive buttons or whatever. And we looked, it didn't seem to have affected anything. So I'm like, oh, it was just touching one of the buttons. Didn't think nothing about it. Meanwhile, it was a warm day. I had taken my jacket off. Didn't need a lovely scarf at that point. Well, I didn't have it, of course. But I started to freeze. It was getting so cold in this car. And normally I'm thinking, yeah, she's hot. She's wearing a long sleeve in the car. And it's hot. She's wearing a long sleeve. And she's hot, so it's got to be cold in this car. Of course. But I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't stupid. I'm not gonna say nothing for a while. And I mean, I had to put my jacket back on, and I'm huddled up over here, freezing to death. I'm a big, fluffy, fat guy. Okay, I said the F word, fat. I got a lot of insulation. But I was getting cold. I hadn't ate no ice. I hadn't drunk anything cold. No ice cream, nothing. I'm like, why in the world? My core temperature was dropping. So I finally say something. I'm like, hey, it's cold in our house. She's like, pointing at the thermometer up here. And it says 72 degrees in the car. It's like even hotter than that outside. It was about average for a southern day during the week. Come to find out, I mean, first of all, at some point, I'm like, I'm steaming. I'm getting mad now. I'm getting real brave now. I'm going to say something to that woman. Why does it have to be so cold in this car when we have supposedly dual size? You can have your cold air, and I can be a little less cold over here. Why can't I mess with this? Can you not change it? And all she wants to say, I'm thinking she's pranking me again, right? No. She's like, I haven't touched nothing. You've seen, I've done nothing. You can see. And I'm like, for another 5 minutes, I'm like, my feet are cold. And she's like, it don't even blow cold air down there. Yes, it does, because my feet are freezing. I am cold. Come to find out, the chip bag, I hit the climate button. I had enough. I hit the chip bag, it hit my dual air conditioner button, whatever. And it didn't show on the screen unless you hit the climate button. When you hit the climate button, it was set. I finally did, because I was like, something's wrong. Because I'm getting freezing. I'm Iceman over here. It's a meat locker. I was a meat locker. I hit the climate button. Sure enough, it was down to the lowest setting. Below 62 degrees. The lowest setting you can get it on. And no wonder I was freezing. It wasn't her fault. She wasn't trying to prank me. The dang chip bag, which I maintained and was brave enough to point out at the time that she put the chip bag there. I didn't touch it. I didn't have anything to do with the chip bag except when I was moving it, when it was hitting the button. So I maintain it's still her fault. And it's a good thing she don't watch my videos, because she don't. And so I can say that with all, threat of harm. Anyway, I still maintain it was somewhat indirectly her fault, because the chip bag was there by her mechanism. Anyway, that chip bag had turned it down. I was freezing. So she pranks me, burns my rear end, and then her chip bag freezes me. I like her car. Don't get me wrong. But it is a Ford, and I think it might be haunted. Well, it's got a few gremlins anyway. Yeah. So I better get out of here before those gremlins get a hold of me. I think they might not appreciate me being in her car, especially when she's not here with me. So y'all have a great day. See you next time. God bless. Hope you enjoyed this story, because it is true 100%. Woo, let me know if you have a similar story down below when your wife had pranked you guys. This is just for you guys. If your wife pranked you, let me know in the comments below, and we'll all commiserate together. And don't forget, make my day. If you like my scarf, and if you like my content on my channel, look down on your right, guys. Look down there on your right. Right down there. Somewhere. Make my day. Make that red button gray. And subscribe to my channel. Because it really does mean a lot when you follow, subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff. We are getting there, guys. Road to 1,000 subscribers. R21K. We're on the way. And I need your help, each and every one of you. Not only to subscribe, not only to follow, share, comment, like, but to keep coming back and enjoy the content. And participate, engage, and just let me know what you think of this channel and the content. Thanks. Have a great day. See you next time.
You're missing all the fun. These people are great. Some of them have been partying all night long. They sing songs till they get too cold, and then they go sit by the fire and they get warm, and then they come back and they sing some more.
Yeah, they're Hicks, Rita.